is no place to escape to.
This is the last podcast.
On the left. That's when the cannibalism started.
What was that?
I'm confused, but this is too professional.
Yeah? Way too much for you?
Yeah, this is too much stuff.
Can you handle it?
Can you handle the heat?
Because we're rolling.
All right. Well, welcome to the last.
Get out of the kitchen!
Whoa! Welcome to the last podcast on the left with Marcus Parks. I'm Ben Kissel. With us, as always,
Can you throw some light Oriental music down for me?
Oriental.
Just as long as you don't call it Oriental again.
Can you put some light, sort of just China music?
Yeah, okay,
China
that's
music, yeah.
slightly better.
Tiny music, Hong Kong, Henry Zabrowski.
now you're adding prefixes to Hong Kong?
That's just what I had. That
was good,
just-
though. Yeah.
was just that
Yeah.
edition. It's like Sub-Zero
Somewhere.
Hong Kong.
Somewhere in North
Which is me in
Korea.
a snowsuit.
Yeah.
Somewhere in North
With
Korea.
wontons in my pockets. Oh, that's fun. I am so echoey.
Do you want to take them off?
No.
We're using headphones here. It's really blowing the
Help
mind.
me. I'm in the well. You can't hear the echo, can they?
No.
Can you add an echo to that?
Yeah.
Hear me, I'm down in the well. I'm hungry. Toss me a hamburger.
You've been in there 3 minutes!
Oh, I'm hungry. It's good to be back.
Well,
It's good to have you back, Henry.
Absolutely. All right, so today we're going to talk about occult and occult symbolism in modern-day America. It's all around us. A lot of us don't recognize it when we pass.
In our Jew-run media.
Take it easy. Take it easy, Hong Kong. A lot of us,
A lot of the research really focuses on the Jew-run part of media.
they don't love it. They don't love it.
No.
But God knows
They're very concerned.
they are very concerned. Symbolism is all around. So today we're going to reveal some of these symbols to you.
Sorry.
Give you some information so when you're driving around in your wonderful Cadillacs or your suburban SUVs,
Your Jew-run suburban SUVs.
whatever, usually you just run on gasoline, maybe a hybrid, I don't know. You're going to be able to recognize when Satan is trying to get into your mind and convince you to do evil things.
One thing I picked up while researching this topic that's very interesting, they talk about the way the human mind, like, uses information, and one of those, it's like, you have something like 24 to 240,000 like neurons that are used to store information in your brain, and the way they work, they're photographic cells essentially. So they work on symbols, they work on images, not words. So that's what's really interesting. Like that's why symbols are so potent and manipulated by our Jew-run media and government.
Yeah.
Well, let's start with things. Let's start with Satanism in your home. Particularly, Satanism in your bathroom.
Yes.
Procter and Gamble, possibly the most famous of all the occult symbolism in, I guess, America in general. In 1992, there was a big thing where there was a rumor spreading around by rival companies that the head of Procter and Gamble had gone on TV.
Like Mr. Toilet?
and said,
Yeah. Scrubbing bubbles. I've got a conspiracy theory for you, my friends. Those Procters and Gamble's not so safe.
And they were saying that the head of Procter and Gamble had gone on TV and admitted that he was a member of the Church of Satan.
Hell yeah.
And the reason why this was actually a part of it,
Hail Satan.
like Procter and Gamble's old logo, it used to be called the Old Man in the Moon. And they used it up until 1992. And what it was is that it was a circle.
I like it.
It was a circle with kind of a crescent moon face, like a man with a crescent.
Islam.
Yeah, sure. They don't even talk about that, but sure, let's throw it in there. Why not?
Why not? Yeah.
And there were 13 stars in this logo. And
like the
on-
original American flag.
And that's what
Well,
they
that-
said. That's what their claim was, that it was
Okay.
supposed to represent the 13 original colonies.
Which doesn't make any fucking sense. It's a toilet company.
Well, they make soaps.
It's not a tri-corner fucking hat company. It's not like a don't tread on me fucking, like, we're all going to wear wool shorts company.
You're not buying it at Lids. That's true.
And at the top of the crescent moon man's head, what Procter and Gamble says is merely tufts of hair, obviously 2 horns.
Interesting. So the devil is
Obviously.
on the moon.
The devil is on the moon.
with the 13 stars surrounding it.
Well, definitely the spray of liquid shit I just did in the bathroom would be a suitable prayer to Satan. So I am glad, and I would love to see symbols like that when I'm desperately sweat trickling down my back in a porta potty at some kind of music festival.
And that's where you see most Procter & Gamble products. You see them in the bathroom. Do you think that's on purpose? When you are making a nasty dookie, you are the closest that you can be with Satan any given day.
Oh, yeah.
So you're looking at a Procter & Gamble product. I mean, it's very possible to get them to get a convert in that situation.
And in one case, because they threw out all kinds of defamation suits when the Satanism stuff was going on.
People
and they
sued them because they were
No,
Satanists?
They
Procter
sued
&
other
Gamble
people, right?
sued other people for saying that they
okay.
were Satanists. And in one case, it raised a couple of eyebrows when they specified exactly they were seeking $66,600 in damages.
Wow.
That's just fun lawyers.
Take it to the people's court.
In this Jew-run lawyer society.
You never know who runs it.
But I just think it's important as a confirmed Satanist.
No, it's official. Henry and Marcus, you guys are official Satanists now.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is fascinating.
We
Okay.
are full-time Satanists.
So are you?
But I think what's
Are
important
you
is...
never going to buy Mr. Tom's toothpaste again? Only Procter & Gamble?
No, I
products?
love the way it smells. I mean, I have no product
Yeah.
allegiance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Okay,
I don't
good.
give a
I mean,
fuck.
that's what that's like.
Whoa.
Like that is the base of Satanism. Is I don't give a fuck.
It's going to be really tough to follow.
Yes. But I mean, it's just important because, like, if you look at it look at it from like an advertising perspective.
Right.
You know, you got to get people wherever you can. You know what they say?
That's
if
right.
you go to, like, you have to see a name 3 times before you can understand it. So, as far as I'm like, before it can really absorb into your brain.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, get them while they're shitting. Get them while they're cheating on their wives.
Vulnerable.
That's what's important. That's where you
when
got
they
to
got
get
that
the satanic imagery.
Astroglide out there, and it all comes back to the butt.
Always.
Always.
Because the butthole, if you look at, like, let's say you just cut.
Is that the eye? The eye
It's
of
like
Horus?
an eye of Horus. If you just cut the asshole out of a man
Right.
or a woman and lay it down, it's like a flower.
It
It's
is.
like the sun.
Put a little stick in it. It could
Heavy
be like a little
symbology.
appetizer.
And
Yeah.
speaking of the Eye of Horus, that is seen in both the CBS logo and the Dairy Queen logo.
Very interesting.
And while we're on the subject
I
of
do agree with
CBS,
that.
let's go into a little bit of numerology here. So this,
yeah, hit us with some numbers, Marcus. Now, this is what's important is that this stuff is rock solid.
Well,
We
math
found this
doesn't
stuff.
lie. The world is math, and this
Look
is
at
numbers.
the math, okay?
Absolutely.
They are trying. We are all puppets being run for some giant, what the Illuminati calls their specific craft.
That's
the
right.
Illuminati, Freemasonry, all of that into one giant Jew-run conspiracy machine. You know,
I missed that one. I missed.
Oh, what did I say?
I don't know. I missed.
I'm just saying that
Okay.
you know, there's just look at the research. And hit him with the numbers, Marcus. Look,
Yeah,
look
right.
at this. It's all over. It's all over the place.
You're gonna shit.
We've
You're
been
about to
bought
shit,
and
Henry.
sold
Hold on.
a long time ago.
Okay, don't shit. Okay, we agree.
George Washington started this.
this is from theforbiddenknowledge.com/hardtruth.
Forbidden knowledge.
1333 Freemason signs. And
right.
what this guy's numerology code is that it's the simplest one there is. A is 1, B is 2, 3 is C, etc., etc.,
Classic.
etc. Yeah, so the first one, CBS, 3 is the C, B is the 2, S is 19. 3 plus 2 minus 19,
17.
13.
13.
13
Whoa!
again. See, but that's just one. Oh, but that's just, you know, that's a coincidence.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
I was always very bad at math.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
think that's a coincidence?
No, it's just a coincidence.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, what about-
3 plus 2 is 5 minus 19. Isn't that 14? Isn't that 14? I think it is.
All right.
Let's just.
Okay, so it's 3.
All right, we're starting off rough.
it's 3.
We're starting off rough on the
No,
numerology.
okay, let's think of okay, so it's
Say
CBS.
equals 13.
Yes.
Okay,
No,
so
this
it's
is-
3
This is my question.
plus
Right-
2.
Before we even go deeper into this, is why is 13 so important? Is 13 is it just like a numerology thing? Or does it mean a specific thing? Like, why is it tied into the Illuminati's agenda?
It is. You know what? I didn't really care enough to.
Good question, Henry.
keep
There are
researching
13
it.
stars in the Mason Square.
There we go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
It's
Now, this
13 is a Masonic thing.
Okay.
Yeah, as is 33. There are 13, like just like
33 is like the top level of
30. Yeah, 33 is the top level of the highest level you can get in the Masonic
Sounds
Lodge.
like the Masons just had a very lazy astronomist, and they were like, "Hey, go count the stars." And he's like, 1, 2, like 13.
13,
There's like
it's
13
gone.
of them. I don't fucking know. 13
I also
stars.
bet it's got to have something to do with the various families. I'm pretty certain that's what I read. Is that there are 13 family lines.
13 bloodlines.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 13 bloodlines are built into the Masonic thing, and they are all strategically placed within important areas of government, education, science, politics, entertainment. Ron entertainment. Interesting. And yeah.
And they represent the 13 satanic families. That's the big 13.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, we got to look into
You
that.
got your
a little
Cruises, your Kardashians, you got your
Right.
Rosenbergs, and
Penelope
Hindenblasts.
Cruises.
And okay, so the first numerology, bit of a bust. You know,
I mean,
he
so
starts
is it
off
14?
weak. I'm pretty sure it's 14.
Yeah, it's 3 plus 2, 5 minus 19 minus 5 is 14.
That's four. That's not.
Is it
13.
19? Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, well let's go to one that we know is true.
This is like the 2 plus 2 equels 5 type thing.
It's
though.
kind of like the end of the movie Clue, when
Is
they were
it?
trying to figure out how many bullets were in the gun.
Flames.
Flames to the side of my face.
All right, let's go for some soup. Let's
Madeleine
go
Kahn.
for some media here.
She's dead.
CNN.
Okay.
CNN.
I want to hear this. So again, rock solid math.
Rock solid.
We're
We got
looking at
numbers.
stuff. They're trying to permeate their fucking agenda into things we see every day.
Really too
CNN.
bad about that CBS bust.
See?
That's
Okay.
pretty rough. That was a
It's a rough
misstep.
start. That's okay though.
He thought that was the most obvious one too.
Right.
He
Yeah,
was just
that's
like
what he
13. That's 13.
Started with that.
He just was rushing.
Yeah.
I think
Seems
he
like
did
he
this
brought-
I think he made this website like in the bathroom while at work, like on his brought his laptop into the bathroom.
It's an extremely manic website.
Yes.
There's not really many spaces.
He's got too much stuff to shit out. He can't always be double checking his facts.
Yeah.
It seems like he let his
Exactly.
bias get in the way of his numbers a little bit, but that's okay.
But this one we know is true.
Okay,
CNN.
good. CNN.
Yeah.
I believe this.
C3 N14 N14. Mm-hmm. 3
Okay.
plus 1 plus 4 plus 1 plus 4 equals 13.
Okay, so then he just took those
Did you take
numbers
another-
and
yeah, you put another number in
okay,
there.
that's fine.
All right.
Can you
well,
do that? You just put another number in there?
No, you just broke up the 1 and the 4 instead of it being 14 plus 3, which would be
he took the-
31. Which, if you just flip it backwards, is 13.
Put it in a mirror. Yeah, with 31 needs to go shave, he needs
Which
to
is-
look in a
which is-
mirror.
and
then
that's
he's a
really
13.
true because you
Right.
should put your life up to a mirror and look at
Think
what you're
about it.
doing. Yeah,
Okay,
think
I see
about
what you're
it.
saying. I see what you're saying. All
And
right.
guys, I'm 31.
Weird.
Yeah.
Think about that. Think about that.
13 backwards.
Think about that.
You know, but in all numerology, though, like when you're supposed to break down your name or your birthday, they do the same thing. If double digits, they do the same sort of code, like in terms of the way you like assign letters and like in your name and how you can find out what your heart number is.
Okay.
And that's what they do. They break the double digits,
So how
double
old-
digits into single digits.
How old your heart is? Mine's
I
like
mean-
68.
Yeah. I'm a
69.
solid 92-year-old heart.
You look great.
I feel like shit.
That's good. All right, so we got one complete bust. CNN's a half make.
Yeah.
maybe.
See, well, okay. Let's get complicated with it.
All right, let's get complicated.
Let's do one more complicated, and then we'll jump to another thing, and then we got to jump. Well, then we'll feed him some more numbers.
Yeah. We'll come back. Let's get a little complicated. KGB.
Okay.
Okay.
GB.
Yeah. K10 G7 B2.
So that's
This one-
they just straight adding that's 19.
As he said, no. As he says, this one's very clever as it's reversed.
Oh,
yes.
And what that is, 2 times 7
Two
equals,
times he just threw a times to that.
You just multiply.
equals 14 minus, and what he did on the reverse, instead of 10, 01.
You
14
can't do
minus
that.
1 equals 13. Like, it's clever. It's very
feel like
clever.
It's just clever. It's his Jew run KGB is always mixing up the numbers.
I just don't know about these numbers. It seems like he's really playing around with them. He's taking some liberties here.
Oh yes. He's Mitt Romney in them.
Yeah.
He's Romneying these numbers.
That's
yes.
okay. That's okay.
All right, and let's move on to some of the occult symbols in fast food and general like Christ.
And this is perfect. And this hits
Yeah.
straight at the American heart, you know,
Yeah.
because it's like we are all wrapped in carcinogen-laden fat.
That's right.
Mhm.
We're all
This whole country, and there is nothing quite as important to the American psyche as fast food symbology and
right.
what it's doing to gain members for our satanic army. Let's hear it, Marcus. Woo!
It is a
Bump them
chubby army.
numbers.
That
All
is
right.
one hell of a chunky squad.
Let's start with everyone's favorite, Arby's.
Ooh, I don't know if it's everybody's favorite, but I certainly like
Didn't
their
you
Mott
say that
sticks.
the Arby's meat is just
Liquefied.
liquid? Yeah.
And then the devil comes in, puts a little spell over it, and it hardens up.
Don't you mean it's just boiled in a big plastic bag until it's solid?
Yeah, they put it in the fridge. They boil it and put it in the fridge. Whatever. Or the devil comes in and makes
Arby's.
it for you. Try it.
So how Arby's, if you take the Arby's cowboy hat
Yeah.
Love that cowboy hat.
and you put it sideways, 13.
13. It says it's 13.
Yeah, it says it's 13. Same thing with McDonald's. You
No.
take the,
No, well, it does. It does if you look at the picture that we're in, Ray.
if you
No,
look at the
we need
picture,
to. Can we put these pictures up? somewhere?
look around, look.
Just take a look,
Look.
and you'll be thoroughly convinced.
That is a sideways cowboy hat.
That, well, yes, it is. It is that. Yes,
That
you're
is what
right.
that is.
But it's also the number 13.
Yeah, it's a sideways cowboy hat. But McDonald's, you
about this
cannot
one.
deny
No,
that if
that's
you
true.
take the golden arches and the straight line of McDonald's at the bottom, if you put that on its side, 13.
To me, it just looks like tits.
Everything looks like tits to you. You put a
I'm
nipple
looking
on
for
everything.
it. Yeah.
You're always
all right,
mentally
well,
putting nipples on things.
Okay, maybe fast food's a bust. Okay,
No, no.
Maybe let's move on. Let's move on to cars.
Okay, cars.
All right, cars. First of all,
We're
Everyone
driving
loves
cars everywhere. I mean,
yeah.
You got to go through the drive-through.
Yeah,
It's
and
your
you're
local-
driving them straight into the heart of Satan. Give it up for Satan, Mark.
Satan, hail Satan.
Hail Satan.
All right. Chrysler, if you look at the Chrysler symbol, wings.
Can I look at it?
Yeah.
Okay, take
It
a
is
look.
the Egyptian symbol for the god Ra.
Oh, isn't that something? Mm-hmm. And what does that have to do with the occult?
It's Egyptian.
Well,
Think about it. It's the number 13.
no, there's the Egyptian thing goes back to if we want to just get confusing
there.
here for a second.
Go confusing.
It's back to our alien agenda thing, right? Because
Holy Lord, never mind.
So
If
I'm
we're
just
going back
saying,
to the alien agenda.
Do you remember the Giza intelligence, which was
Yes.
the team of Greys and draconian aliens that like lived in ancient Egypt that helped build our pyramids and then like basically fell out of favor when they try to approach the Nazis to use them as their in order to get human bodies, you know? Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's where this starts from.
Yeah.
You know.
And another thing, Mazda.
Is that confused? I mean, that means
No,
nothing.
yeah.
but it's just like, the ancient alien philosophy that where modern humankind came from our alien forefathers, which started the Illuminati agenda, which was the strains of superhumans that were made by aliens. Way back with then.
How far back?
Way back then.
Back then, okay.
yeah, back then.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Back then and back there.
but it started there, and so a lot of Egyptian mythology is used in it's used in Freemasonry. It's used in what's with the fezzes?
That would be Shriners.
The Shriners
I just
with
couldn't
their
stop thinking of-
homosexual. Their homesexual
Tiny
initiation rites that they have to do. They have to fellate one another in order to debase themselves in front of their Egyptian gods.
Sticking with our mainstream idea, Fez, a well-known homosexual from that 70s show, is that why they called him Fez?
No, Fez was
Fez
a
was not- he was
homosexual.
just foreign.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they teetoed it a little bit. He was a little on the gay side.
Well, back to the
I
cars.
wanted
The Mazda truck. This
Mazda.
man owns 2 Mazda trucks.
Uh-oh, double Satanist.
They have 13-gallon gas tanks.
Wow. You
That
can't make
is
that up.
Who wrote this website? What website?
The
are
devil
you looking
wrote
at?
it.
This is on forbiddenknowledge.com.
Is this hard truth?
Yeah,
though?
it's this was written by Robert Howard, who I think Robert knows what he's talking about.
Absolutely. It's
Robert,
Robert names.
if you listen to this podcast, I need you to come here. All right, we need to bust this whole thing open. All right, send us an email at
CaveComedyRadio@gmail.com.
and prove your numbers here because it looks like you're just flipping cowboy hats on the side and just saying random shit about gas tanks. All right, I don't think it's a conspiracy, but if you got the hard truth, bring it to us.
That's right.
And we'll send it to the literally 100 people that listen to this podcast at any given
Yep.
time.
Ooh. You want to hear some 33 numbers?
Let's
Yes.
hear some 33.
I'll
Okay,
start with
go-
one that you're going to love.
Can we go, what is the meaning of 33? What's the meaning of
It is the
33?
degrees of masonry, and that is the
Okay.
highest degree of mason that you can achieve.
You want that one.
That's what George Washington was. That's what Thomas Jefferson was when they came together and designed Washington D.C., which has over 25 built-in zodiac symbols
Love
into
it.
the architecture of everything, and it's very interesting. It's like again, and it harkens back to ancient Egypt, right? The sign for Sirius, right, which was one of the major Egyptian gods, was the sign of an obelisk, a pentagram, and a pentagon and a dome. And if you look at the way it's positioned in the same exact map like locations, like the way they are in the traditional hieroglyphic for it, where the Washington Monument, Pentagon, and the White House is. It's fucking rock solid.
It is rock solid. It also leads to some wonderful street art. Why so serious if they would put a picture of the Egyptian god? Get on this, street artist.
That's
Get
a
on
good-
this,
that's a
street
good
artist.
T-shirt
That's
design.
really good.
There we go. There we go. Thinking of ideas. All right, so we're to the number 33.
33. Harp. HAARP.
The beer.
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. This is the Harp Project. This is.
The weather machine.
Yeah, the weather machine. Harp.
I thought it was beer.
A1, R18, P16. 8 minus 1 equals 7. Plus 1 equals 8. Plus 18 equals 26. Plus 1 equals 27. Plus 6 equals 33.
33.
God,
Again.
how does this guy order off like a menu? It's like numbers. So you want the chicken parm?
33!
Okay, I guess we're gonna give you the fucking chicken parm.
Give me a number 6 plus 4 minus 7 minus 9. 3, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5.
Excuse me, I'll have your Jew run tuna sandwich.
No, that's just Hank. He always comes in here. He always orders the number 13. It always is just number 13.
And every time he's like, I gotcha!
Yeah,
Every time he
fucker!
orders it,
Harry S. Truman, as the 33rd president, was a 33rd degree Mason, initiated the nuclear age, the crowning success of alchemy, when the first A-bomb exploded at the 33rd parallel Trinity test site in Alamogordo, New Mexico. He was responsible for killing thousands of Japanese at 2 cities. And by the way, he calls that the Yellow Peril.
What?
I've never heard
No,
that.
that's not the Yellow Peril.
At
That's
2
something
cities
else.
close to the 33rd parallel.
Yellow Peril, that is just... racist. That is racist. Yeah.
Sounds like
that
a
is
shirt
a-
company.
Atomic bomb. It's just like calling beating up Asian people in the street. Just the yellow danger. Watch out for that yellow danger.
Oh, one of
Whatever
my
happened to that, by the way, that terror chart we used to have?
Oh,
We
they got
stopped
rid of
it.
that a few years ago.
Yeah, they got to bring it back. I loved that.
Yeah, I like that too. Oh, we're at an orange.
It's orange. What does it mean? Nothing. Doesn't mean anything.
I
It
wish
all
they
equals
used-
13.
I wish they use animals like in the Chinese like
Right.
like whatever it is like birth.
Oh,
year
it's a
stuff.
turtle today. Everything will be
it's turtle,
fine.
it's
They're moving
fine.
slow.
Oh no, it's Wolverine.
God damn it.
Right. Well, let's.
But what about Obama in this Freemason?
But before we get to
Okay.
that, let's do one more thing on this crazy fucker's page.
Yes.
Sounds good.
Media.
We're the first 3 people to read his page, by the way. And we
In a
fucking
long time,
broadcast
yeah.
it.
Let's go for movies.
I love the internet so much.
Yeah,
Oh, God,
movies, and this was made in 2001. So so all these films were probably around the year 2000.
Well, no, when he starts, and you would be correct.
Yeah.
The movie Any Given Sunday.
Okay,
Man, he is obsessed with this movie.
He
loves
is
it.
so obsessed with this movie. The quarterback, and if you can't remember, Any Given Sunday was an Oliver Stone movie about football that had Al Pacino.
LT fucking sawing the car in half.
Yeah. Lawrence
Okay.
Taylor was fucking awesome in that movie.
God, I wish you would be talking about Varsity Blues though.
know.
Vanderbeek's best.
So in that movie,
I like the replacements.
A remake.
the quarterback was number 13. The receiver was number 33.
Oh my God.
And who could miss the all-seeing eye throughout the movie? The message was obvious to this man. What they were saying is this.
God, this guy.
There are
The
Everything
worst
is
dude
more
to go to the
exciting for
movies.
him.
Yeah,
Everything's
it's
so much
true.
more exciting though.
I just wish I could have that much excitement
It's
and
awesome.
urgency in my life.
He's really watching the movie.
yeah.
He's the only one in there seeing the film.
Yeah, I'm just sitting there half stoned giggling about the tits.
All right. There are 33 titles in the Old Testament for the Antichrist.
Whoa.
Yeah, 33 titles for the Antichrist
Yeah,
in the Old
Mr.
Testament.
Giggles.
There-
Yeah. Yeah,
Dr.
Satan.
Slappy Hands.
There are 13 titles for him in the New Testament.
Interesting.
Satan, 13. Number 13
Okay.
is the quarterback.
Cool.
33rd degree.
Yeah, Satan's my co-pilot.
Yeah.
He's a quarterback as well.
33rd degree Masons are the receivers. In other words, the 33s are bringing back the Old Testament Egypt, Isis, Osiris, Ra, Satan, one world religion, Zeppy Teppy.
You know what else I was reading about you with ISIS? Look at the sign for the American dollar, right? S with the 2 lines through it. You pick it out. You rip it apart. It spells ISIS.
Think
Two
about
I's.
that.
Think about
And there's
it.
a porn star named Isis who actually gets icicles stuffed up her pussy. so
She's
think
pretty
about
great.
that.
I like her a
ISIS.
lot. Yeah.
Continue on with
Continue
your
on.
with your
What was the-
wingbat theory.
What was the last thing that you said? Zippy zap? Tippity tap? What was that one?
He's putting
Zeppy-
flair on it.
Yeah, put
Zeppy Teppy!
Zeppy Teppy.
Yeah, Zeppy
Okay.
Teppy is the one world religion of Isis, Osiris, Ra, and Satan. Zeppy Teppy was that corrupt golden age of incarnate demons which the Egyptian mystery religion represented and continues to represent.
I see that.
It is an ancient, violent, and immoral world which developed before the flood, which New Age spirit guides are seeking to reestablish. They are seeking to reestablish this age under globalization, to be ruled once again by 13, Satan, New Testament, Antichrist, even the movie The Last Boy Scout with Bruce Willis and
Wow.
Damon Wayans.
He seems to
Damon
like
had the number
football
13
movies.
on the back of his head. What was he in the movie? A forced retired quarterback looking for payback. How can this be more obvious? Okay, we're back online. All right.
That's exactly
I got a little
how
excited.
That's exactly how animated he was when he was writing that, and it was immediately followed by the thought, "Oh, here comes Honey Boo Boo is on."
No, you hear his mother go, Robert, come down, I made spaghetti.
God damn it, Mom! I'm figuring out the Last Boy Scout. Turn off your football films. It's not about football.
But if you take a look at that, like all of that talking about incarnate demons and all that stuff, that it easily reflects back to the reptilian agenda and like David Icke's whole thing, where it's like if you were to take all those ideas, the religious aspect out of it, and replace the giant 15-foot reptile lords that made us, then it starts making some sense.
15 feet. Do you have any evidence on this?
That's what David Icke said. He was approached by a 15-foot tall
15
reptile.
feet.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Then you
Wow.
could say that it makes, and that's like I've been reading David Icke's book, The Biggest Idea. I finally sat and reading it.
Was he
I
just
love it.
tripping off a mescaline at the swamps, looking at
I
alligators?
think he was like going. He's like, you know, yes, what I'm saying sounds ridiculous, and yes, I was going through a pretty horrible divorce at the time. It's like this like long thing. but it's like-
Reptilians are all lawyers
But
as
he's
well.
like, I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat the truth for you. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that reptilians are not out to destroy humankind.
Right.
I'm not going to say that because I
Thank
know
you.
that makes me sound crazy when I talk about the reptiles. But when you're approached by a 15-foot reptile and he tells you about his secret agenda, I'd like to see how you react and what you want to write down, and you want to make sure that people get the truth. And they're just like, man, you are fucked.
That was a really, really bad divorce. I'm sorry, dude.
I'm sorry, buddy. You
I
are
feel
in
for
pain.
ya.
I know that you're in pain right now.
I mean, he probably is the proper reaction if he was approached by a 15-foot alligator creature, reptilian type. You know, that's how you
I just
would
think
act.
he went to the zoo.
Yeah,
I
probably.
think he went to the zoo. He just got
He
done
saw his
listening
wife's
to
face
Neil
on all
Young's
of the
Tonight's
fucking
the Night
crocodile.
over and over again. You know, he's just like sitting there imagining suicide, and the alligator just turned to him and she's like, David, you're
David."
the only one who can stop us. I think you're right. You're fucking right.
Jesus, I am here for a reason.
No, it's very, and all that is just so convoluted. But in the end, one thing we learn again from some prior research that Obama is one of these reptiles, and they are helping. The Obama is working with the Obama and the reptiles are working with the Illuminati in order to create one world government, in order to finally turn humans into the chattel that the repto sapiens need in order to survive. Like they're going to feed off our bad juju and our
I
bad
mean, why
vibes.
would they just eat us right now?
Well, to me,
No.
no,
We're not done yet. We're not
See, to me,
processed.
No.
that's my theory for 2012, December 21st, 2012, is that I believe that is when the next human harvest is done.
Okay.
And that's when the reptilians will finally start harvesting humanity for whatever it is that they're breeding us for.
Yes.
I mean, so they
Yeah.
need to make us into like a mash, put us into a quiche, make us like a
Maybe.
calzone type thing,
like a hash.
Yeah.
like a human hash.
Yeah.
And you know
Okay.
what? You know how many people
A
I
slurry.
think
They're alien lizard creatures, but they got a down-home sensibility.
They're locavores.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
good.
It's very, very small plate.
Shop
you know, like
locally.
artisanal, like
Right.
human tits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we're technically
And-
organic.
And
so.
of course, they can't kill all of us, because if they kill all of us, then they won't have any more harvest in the future.
Any
Well, they
good
won't have
So-
any slaves for us to build the giant rocket that it's going to take for them to go back to Nibiru or Draco, depending on what side of the argument you're on. When that planet shows back up into our solar system in 2012, the end of this year,
Right.
when Nibiru comes back, because it shows up in our solar system every 36,000 years, that's going to be the time for them to
It just
shoot from us.
appears or it travels through?
It just appears.
Okay.
Because it's folded into another reality.
Right.
It pops into our solar
Hey,
system.
I got a tummy. I know what that looks like. You know. I think it's inside of my belly button right now. Anywho, so it'll be coming in. We're gonna see it.
And these Jew-run reptiles are going to.
Listen, you just threw that
yeah,
one.
I
in.
don't know.
There's no Jew run. The
Jew
Jews and the reptiles don't have any. Even
Who's
though
pulling the strings of the reptiles?
Bloomberg looks
Aren't
like
the
a lizard. Yes, I will.
He does.
He looks a lot like a lizard.
I blame tanning. Too much tanning for that.
Yeah,
though.
it's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with Obama, what's the evidence that he's a reptilian?
Just look at him.
Look at him.
Look at him. Number one. That's
Well,
good.
this one man made a very good point. And we were looking at, so they were talking about the stories of many abductees, and and again, that's what. The where all this comes together is the Greys and the Reptosapiens are using Freemason and Illuminati symbology in order to help, hypnotize the human public in order to make us easily taken over when the time comes.
And so, are they using places like Arby's to hypnotize us with food? McDonald's,
absolutely, of course they are.
CBS.
Yeah. And you're also looking at the Aurora shooter, like what happened in Aurora and all that stuff. This is just a part of the Illuminati. The Aurora shooter was trained by MK Ultra, and he is being used in order to take away our gun rights. You make a highly publicized gun massacre, and they're going to take away our guns. And so then when the government comes to pack us up into crates to give to the Reptosapiens, we're looking in December, guys. Right? We're not going to be able to fight back. So keep your guns, keep them loaded.
Yeah, I think they
ready
should have
for
done,
the government to come get us.
I think they should have done the Aurora thing about 3 years ago because I don't think they know how slow Congress moves. They're not going to be able to take away any guns before December.
When a 20-foot reptile shows up to your house and he's like, "Give me your guns."
Yeah, exactly. When a 20-foot reptile shows up to your house, I don't think your fucking 45 cal is going to really stop them all that much because they're reptiles and they're invincible.
Because what people don't
Feed
know
them
is
your
actually
son.
what kills the Reptosapiens is good vibes. And that's
Yeah.
also very true.
Yeah, so
What
just...
was I talking about before?
I don't know. You want to do Aurora?
How is
Obama-
Obama... Yeah.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of stuff out there.
There is a lot. I love. Well, let's
Yeah.
close that wormhole. Let's just open up the other one.
Well, for a long time, Reptosapiens and Greys have been mixing with human DNA and trying to make them look more and more like normal people.
Right.
And several abductees have talked about human-looking Greys that are working alongside the labs of Greys, right?
Teenage
And they're
reptiles, as they
Teenage
call them.
reptiles. And it's becoming more and more prevalent. And if you just look at the shape of Barack Obama's head.
And his mother.
Yes. You will see the shape of a large. He's got a large head,
Light bulb
like a
like.
gray, light bulb like.
See, I always thought Obama had a tiny head. Does he have a big head?
Are you a reptile?
No, I'm not working for the reptilian. I'm not.
You are
No,
fucking
I'm not.
reptilian
I'm not
agenda.
here for you. I am here for you.
You are very large.
No. I am not for the reptilian people. But I mean,
If you are, I'm actually kind of into it.
yeah, that'd be pretty.
Because I'll
great.
join it. I'm with them.
Yeah, can we be down for that?
Yeah, I'll
right,
send a report back. We'll see what we say. We'll certainly be interested in
Just
eating
tell them
Henry.
I'm funny.
It will be the Reptilian Satanist Pact of 2012.
Yeah, they have a very different sense of humor. The reptilians. Only Faulty Towers. That's the only comedy they enjoy.
That's pretty
Faulty
good.
Towers.
I mean,
I love faulty
Yeah,
towers.
exactly. Balloons. Balloons. If you recall that. So anyway, is there anything on Obama's agenda that's purposely reptilian that you think that he's going to trying to pull off right now?
You mean besides trying to take away our guns? He's trying to take away our guns. He is pushing his communist agenda because since
The reptilians
1917
are
the communist agenda has taken over 160 million lives. This has all come from the same website. This I forgot what the name of that. Do you have it
no,
up there?
I don't have. You X'd it out before I could get to it.
Yeah, it's very true. He was indoctrinated by his mother with an his mother went and was the son of a U.S. soldier, and she went
Right.
to go fuck a Kenyan national in order to make him mad, and that the Kenyan agenda has been put in him, which is closely linked to the communist agenda and the Islam agenda, which is mixed in with the communists. Again, Islamo-holy wars going against each other, killing millions of people.
Yeah,
this is truly psychotic.
But no,
And
we're
of
trying
course-
to, and that's what he is. He's trying to, he's going to start a new holy war.
Right.
right? And that's what we're trying to do is lessen the population of the world in order to make it easy for the NWO, the New World Order, to come and take over humankind, which are secretly puppets of the Reptosapiens that are really determining the agendas. They're making movements, you know?
Making big money moves. Well, you
Anytime
can't
someone
argue with
says,
that.
you know, that's like,
No, absolutely. So you mentioned the Islamic thing. What's going on with the Islamic wars? That's like an old school thing.
yeah,
With
I mean, really, they just
nothing
don't
much.
like them, so I think they just throw them in there just
Oh, okay.
because. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in all of this, of course, America is both the hero and the villain.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, America is, you know, it's Masonic and it's, you know, and there's been all this shit going
Well,
on.
the heroes,
and
the
Illuminati.
American people. The
Yeah.
American
Right.
people, the only people who can stop this. And the only way to do that is to, you know, get the gun, shoot. And that's the way you got to do it.
Listen to
Ozzy
some
knew it.
Ozzy knows everything. Ozzy's
Hidden
a goddamn
symbology.
genius.
Yeah.
Well,
Ball
all right.
is dead. Ball is dead. It's all in there, buddy. I'm glad this wasn't confusing. Hit us with a couple more numbers before we leave.
Yeah, we'll do a couple more numbers on the way
of course. Yeah, all right. So, a couple more numbers. Let's go for something a little more complicated. Let's go
great.
for the
The more
XF.
complicated it is, the more true it is.
That's
Let's
true.
go for, this is a surprising one, the XFL.
Extreme Football League that Vince McMahon started. He's part of it all.
It was really big.
I would
for
believe
about
that he's a
for 6
reptile.
months. Yeah.
Yeah, I think for 7 months.
Yeah.
He hate me. Remember
Yeah.
that?
Oh,
That was
everyone
the-
remembers he
that was
hate me. X is 24, F is 6, L is 12. It's 24 plus 6 equals 30. Plus 1 equals
Where's
31.
the one coming from?
No, and plus 2. That's
12.
it. You split
Oh,
the
I
ones
see.
and the
I'm
twos.
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Plus 1 equals 31. Plus 2, 33.
That's 33. What's a 13?
There is no 13 on the XFL. The XFL is a highly Masonic organization.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
And if we want to go for one more 13.
if he hate me becomes president, we'll know
We
it's
know what's
true.
up.
All right. Well, do you guys want to get into some negatives?
Get into
Yeah.
some
All right, but
negatives.
like we're gonna do one more. NATO,
Ooh.
the North Atlantic Treaties Organization.
To run
All right.
NATO.
N14 A1. I'm glad you got one more of those in there.
Yeah, that's good.
T20O15. 14 minus 1 equals 13 minus 20 equals negative 7 minus 1 equals negative 8 minus 5 equals negative 13.
You can't argue with that.
That is
Those are
7th grade
numbers.
math. Yeah, absolutely.
Those are. How long did it take him to figure that one out?
I don't know. I think a lot of time alone.
Yeah.
A lot of time alone truly helped him.
Yeah, enough time for his mother to make him mac and cheese. He always has mac and cheese on Tuesdays. All right, well, that's it. I think we really solved a lot of things.
I think we're up to our fucking eyeballs in what's really going on in America right now. Now I'm back,
Get
and
your guns.
we're getting back to doing last podcast on the regs.
Yeah.
And we're gonna teach everybody something every week.
Yay! All right, guys, we'll talk to you soon. For Marcus Parks, I'm Mike Gissel. Thank you for being here, as always.
Megustalation.
Megustalation.
Heil me.
Sure.